What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
Sometimes actors go off script, and it's that scene that takes the movie to a whole new level. In this list, we're going to be looking at everything from unexpected kisses to improv comedy and even an actual injury. So without further ado, here are the 10 improvised movie scenes that made actors react out of nowhere. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Number 10. Robin Williams does improv comedy and cracks Damon up. When you're in a room with Robin Williams, you never know what's going to happen. He's the king of improv, and we got to see it, even in a serious movie like Good Will Hunting. The director wanted Damon's laugh to be authentic. That's why he told the king of comedy to do with the bit as he pleased. Even with a simple fart joke, he managed to make Damon laugh to tears. He was talking about how the love of his wife, who had already passed away, used to fart when she was nervous. Sometimes it would get so loud that she could wake herself up in the middle of the night. Even telling you about this puts a little grin on our face. That's how powerful Robin's comedy really was. Too bad he didn't stick around long enough.
She woke herself up? Yes.
Number 9. Chris Pratt kisses Bryce Dallas. Jurassic World was the iconic remake of a Spielberg classic, and it's one of the movies that put Chris Pratt on the map as a Hollywood actor. And who knows, maybe it was this scene that did the trick. We're talking about that passionate kiss between Claire and Owen when they were surrounded by all of those pteranodons. In the script, the writers didn't really include any kissing action, but Chris Pratt got to thinking, and he thought it would look romantic if Owen kissed Claire after she had almost saved his life. The director thought about it, and then he agreed. But there was one little secret. They didn't tell Bryce Dallas they would do this. During the shooting, you can see she was caught off guard when Chris Pratt walked up to her and smashed that like button if you haven't done so already. What he actually did was he landed a big old juicy smooch on her lips. And judging by the cheering of the cast and her surprised look, we'd say that this scene was an absolute success. Number 8. The Joker's clapping. The Dark Knight is considered one of the greatest superhero movies of all time, and it's mostly thanks to Ledger's unforgettable performance as the Joker. He played this villainous character so well that actors were terrified to incarnate the role after him. We're looking at you, Jared Leto. Now, as for the improvised scene that took the entire set of actors off guard, was the one where Jim Gordon was promoted for arresting the most fearful villain in all of Gotham. Then everyone starts cheering him on as the accomplishment. When everyone stopped, it was Heath Ledger that looked dead into the camera and started frantically clapping for the new commissioner. We don't know if it's the stare, the applause, or everything packed together, but this scene leaves chills down our spines every time we watch it. Everyone in the room was caught off guard, and Christopher Nolan left it in the movie.
You don't have any say in the matter, Commissioner Gordon.
Number 7. Matthew McConaughey made up the famous hum in The Wolf of Wall Street. It was one of the most iconic scenes in the entire movie, even though it's only a couple of seconds long. When people heard Matthew's character humming and banging his chest at the table, they lost it. All of a sudden, everyone was doing it after seeing the movie. Some even made it into a meditation technique, which is precisely how all of this started. You see, McConaughey was using this as a way to calm himself down before or after a scene, and the first time they shot it, there was none of this in the movie. But then when Leonardo saw him doing these weird humming noises backstage, he asked the director if they could include them in the film. McConaughey agreed, and that's how we got to have one of the most memorable scenes in The Wolf of Wall Street. And to this day, Matthew has continued doing it. Seems funny to think of him going to the Oscars and humming this in the car.
Come on.
Number 6. John Belushi improvised the cafeteria line and the zit scene. Belushi is one of the greats in comedy, although his fame was short-lived. One of the most iconic movies was his Animal House, which was a low-budget movie, but ended up grossing $600 million at the box office. And Belushi is the one responsible for all the great sketches, like the famous cafeteria scene. Everything from picking the food from the buffet, stuffing his pockets with sandwiches, and snorting Jell-O, it was all Belushi's improv. But the most iconic scene that everyone remembers is when Belushi puts that lump of mashed potatoes in his mouth and becomes a zit. None of the actors knew that he was going to punch his cheeks and spit potatoes all over them, but hey, at least it got the movie great ratings and made a ton of money.
I'm a zit. Get it? All right, you bastard, let's go right here.
Number 5, DiCaprio cut his hand by accident in Django. DiCaprio is one of the greatest acting legends that has ever lived. Since he goes to great lengths for all of his movies, he has been nominated for almost all of his performances. But Django Unchained was a completely different story. Why? Because the actor actually cut his own freaking hand and blood started gushing everywhere on the set. Did he stop and ask that they bring in a medic? Hell no. He just continued acting even though he was in agonizing pain. But when Quentin Tarantino and Jamie Foxx talked about this scene in an interview, they both said that they didn't expect for any of this to happen. When they saw it, their eyes bulged out of their sockets and they just continued rolling the camera.
Hey! Lay your palm flat on that tabletop!
Number 4. Draco went off script and hugged the Lord of Darkness. The one who shall not be named was surprised when he got a hug from Draco Malfoy. One of the very last scenes in the movie, when Voldemort speaks in front of all the witches and warlocks of Hogwarts, took an unexpected turn. They did this scene about 25 times, said actor Ralph Fiennes, and every time he had to change something in the monologue so the actors wouldn't feel bored listening to him. But the real surprise came when Tom Felton, who played Draco Malfoy, hugged the Lord of Darkness. You see, in the scene, Voldemort offers any of the witches and wizards of Hogwarts to join him or face death. Draco, not wanting to die, hesitantly joins them. But Ralph didn't really know what to do when Tom stood in front of him, so he gave him a hug. See, Voldemort is a nice guy after all. Well, if he hasn't tried to kill everyone, that is.
Well done, Draco. Well done.
Number 3. I Don't Wanna Go was fully improvised. Avengers Infinity War was one of the saddest superhero movies ever. When Thanos whipped out half of all life on the planet, everyone felt shaken to their core. Superheroes we knew and loved vanished from existence with a snap of their fingers. And the one that left the biggest mark on us was when Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, turned to ash. And the director gave him the freedom to say whatever felt natural to him, so that "I don't want to go, Mr. Stark" still brings tears to our eyes. As we said, that was all Tom Holland's genius at work.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go, sir, please.
Number 2. The back pocket spin in To All the Boys I've Loved Before. When To All the Boys I Loved Before came out, we paused and stopped every scene with Noah Centineo, aka Peter Kavinsky. He's one of the snacks in many Netflix movies, and for good reason. He's got a natural charm and charisma, which is coupled with those amazing looks. And don't even get us started on that perfect smile. Anyways, we're getting off topic here. We're telling you this because he was the one that proposed to the director they do the back pocket spin when his character and Lara are walking into the cafeteria. The director accepted it and Lana Condor didn't know what to expect, but we all know she liked it based on that glimmer in her eye. Number 1. kjappa kissed by Casey Cott. Riverdale wouldn't be Riverdale if they didn't take things to extremes. This time, we're going to be looking at that scene where Casey Cott is singing dressed up as a drag queen. And you know, everyone in the school went in to watch the performance. However, one moment in particular caught our attention. It was when Kevin leans in and kisses Archie on the mouth. We were a bit surprised to see this, so we did a little digging around. According to some sources, this scene was not in the script. Instead, Casey Cott did what he felt was right in that moment. Judging from Appa's face, we're going to say he was shocked, but didn't really mind. And on that note, we end this video. But hey, what are some of your favorite improvised movies that made actors react? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.